Let's go everyone, welcome back to Rhizo Invest. In today's video, we are talking about Ethereum that is currently trading at about 2.36k. You can see that this is my Ethereum long trade, a value of about $4.7 million, and currently we are about $120,000 in live profit. I posted this trade yesterday over here, 19 hours ago, and at that point in time, Ethereum was trading at about 2322 and we were about $33,000 in profit. Currently, we are in about 100 plus K in profit over here. Okay, and this is a live trade you can see right here. Okay, I want to go through with you guys what is the plan for Ethereum today. But first things first, if you guys want to have access to these trades, do join the mentorship group down below at rhizoinvest.com. You'll be trading with myself, Rhizo Invest, the #1 trader at this point in time, and the mentorship group has 2 spaces left. It's a lifetime access for a one-time payment. You get full access to the 100x altcoin watchlist, the bull market strategy guide, as well as the private Discord server. So do join down below today before the mentorship group actually closes. Okay, so let's talk about Ethereum. Why am I so bullish on Ethereum at this point in time, and why am I being very cautious at this point in time? Okay, a few things I want to go through with Ethereum. Firstly, ever since Ethereum traded the top over here at 4.9k, we have been in a constant downtrend. However, we saw what we call a market structure shift for over here since the 4th of February 2026. What we saw initially was lower highs as well as lower lows on a daily time frame, and ultimately what we saw was a change in the market structure as we form a higher high as well as a higher low. In addition to that, with this change in the market structure, we actually saw that there was this area of a fair value gap over here, and that there was this area of consolidation somewhere around the 2.87k region. This means that with the change of the market structure and with a fair value gap over here, there was a high probability that Ethereum was going to head towards the upside, and Ethereum was going to fill up this gap over here. So looking very, very bullish. However, I do want to warn caution on the fact that Ethereum could be hitting key levels of resistance. Now, before we go into that, I've called Bitcoin's bottom at this point in time. I was sharing in all my previous videos that Bitcoin was going to bottom around this region right here at about 60k. We saw that MicroStrategy was buying billions of dollars of Bitcoin every single month. We saw that there was a market structure shift in the Bitcoin price action as well. We called Bitcoin in terms of the market analysis, where in terms of the time analysis for Bitcoin, the market bottom actually takes about 364 days from the market cycle top. So back here in 2017, 2018, 364 days to the bottom of the market cycle. In the 2021 market cycle as well, 364 days to the bottom over here. And currently over here, where we caught the top of the market cycle, 364 days to the bottom of the market cycle with a consolidation range before that of about 3 to 6 months. And you can see this is exactly where we called it. We are nearing this area of consolidation and we have bottomed out in Bitcoin. Now, on the Ethereum price action, I think there's room to grow and that there's room for Ethereum to hit towards the upside. However, given this market structure shift, given this fair value gap, I think it's important to still remain cautious because of what we are seeing on the weekly time frame. So let's take a look at the weekly time frame over here. If you see the weekly time frame and you take a look at the bull market support band, you can see that Ethereum is currently hitting the bull market support band over here. In fact, for the past month itself, the past 4 weeks, Ethereum has hit the bull market support band 4 times. And if you zoom in over here, you can see that whenever the market actually goes towards the upside and hits the bull market support band, many sellers actually stepped in and we sell off towards the downside. So this was one candle, this was the second candle, this was the third candle, and it seems that this is potentially the 4th candle. Now, it is 6 days and 15 hours to the close of this candle, so we need to watch for whether or not this candle closes bearish over here. Now on the 200-week moving average as well, you can see that we have not even hit this 200-week moving average, and in fact we have been rejected off this 200-week moving average once. You can see that through the history of Ethereum, whenever Ethereum was trading above the bull market support band, and whenever Ethereum was trading above this red line over here, the 200-week moving average, it was in a bullish price action, bullish market structure. In fact, this is one of the few times where we have traded below the 200-week moving average. And you can see that whenever Ethereum actually reclaims the 200-week moving average, for example at this point in time over here, or this point in time over here, or this point in time over here, whenever Ethereum actually claims back this 200-week moving average, we classically see a explosive reaction towards the upside and an explosive price action towards the upside. So Ethereum is not there yet. It is currently trading at about 2.36k. At this current level, the 200-week moving average is somewhere around the 2.464k region. What I want to see for Ethereum is definitely a breakthrough above 2.4k, but definitely a consolidation, and for us to hold this level over here. If we do manage to hold this level, I can assure you that this trade that I made right here is going to go up to upwards of millions of dollars in profit. The rationale behind that is because we have a massive fair value gap over here. There is a high probabilistic chance that Ethereum is going to hit somewhere around this 2.9k region once we break through this 2.4k region. And it's going to be very explosive, a short level of consolidation towards an expansion over here. And I can assure you, once we break above this area, what is likely going to happen is that we might get a little bit of a rejection over here. So what I do expect, once we hit this 2.9k region, is a short rejection, and we likely will form a support level over here, consolidate in this region for a while before we break up towards the upside. And I do believe that this expansion is going to be very, very parabolic. So what am I telling you guys at this point in time? I'm telling you guys that I'm long Ethereum. I put my money where my mouth is. It's a $4.7 million trade. It's no joke. It's 120k and it's a live trade you can see over here. I am planning for Ethereum to break through this 2.4k region, and it is a risk I am taking because of the shorter time frame, the smaller time frame. I'm seeing a market structure change. I'm seeing Bitcoin starting to bottom out, and I'm seeing MicroStrategy buying a lot of Bitcoin. So all this will lead to liquidity, will lead to the overall crypto market heading upwards. What I do expect is that we're going to break through this region at 2.46k. We're going to consolidate at this area, and we're going to head up towards the 2.9k region. Once we hit the 2.9k region, this is exactly where I'll shave off some profits, because there is a massive level of consolidation over here. You can see that this was pretty much almost 2 months worth of consolidation, and there is a high probability that we'll hit up but get rejected overall from this region. It might be a consolidation, it might be a rejection down towards the downside over here, but it is likely that we will hold this level once we break above the 200-week moving average. And as I explained, once we break above the 200-week moving average, we classically see a very explosive and expensive movement towards the upside, and this is what we're going to see over here. I do expect Ethereum is going to hit this all-time high very, very soon, likely by October to December of this year. And I think that in early 2027 is going to be price discovery, where Ethereum will likely hit somewhere around the 6 to 8k region. Okay, so I hope that this video is able to help you guys understand a bit more behind my trades, why exactly I'm long Bitcoin at this point in time, 600k in profit. I'm long Ethereum at this point in time, and 120k in profit. I'm very, very bullish on the crypto market cycle. The geopolitical concerns are definitely there, but I believe that crypto is being seen as a safe haven asset at this point in time. And definitely, if you want to figure out where you can invest your money, definitely enter cryptocurrency, specifically Bitcoin and Ethereum. For the other altcoins, I'll definitely be going through with my mentorship group exactly what coins I'm longing. And so if you want to join the mentorship group, do join below today. It is a one-time fee for a lifetime access. We have 2 spaces left. You will be mentored by myself, Raizo Invest, the #1 P&L trader over here at Bybit. You will have full access to the 100x altcoin watchlist, as well as the bull market strategy guide and a private Discord server. So do join below today before the mentorship group closes, because there is limited space. I hope that this video is able to help you guys. If you have any questions at all, do drop it in the comment section down below. And as always, invest safe.